Katrina took a look around her. Did not know how long she stayed in the shelter. There was no sound from flying objects of the bird to her ears. She leaned her body to the wall and pressed her legs to stand on her legs. Her hand was tied to her thigh by a rope. She looked at the gun display. There were 40 bullets in her weapon cartridge. Started moving slowly. To save power, she put the system on a special stash. She had to at a cross street, and looked at the sky. The pupil tweaks her eyes like a camera lens in the most magnifying mode, and all the angles of buildings are monitored. So the birds are not hiding somewhere. Shesh returned to normal and moved to the other side of the street. The sun and the ruins of the building were her only observers. High heat caused the cooling system of her body to operate. And this means more energy consumes a bit to speed up the street and cool in the shade of the walls and buildings. She can see the warm air moving from the street level. Suddenly a weak voice made him realize she got her hearing system to the highest. Something was coming to her quickly. She was now in the middle of the street. She turned her head and zoomed her eyes to the point where the sound came. It was a vehicle. Once again, she noticed the buildings facing her, and this time he increased her speed, changing the power reserve and starting to run. She finally came to the buildings and sheltered one of them in the building shadow. Her gun was ready to fire. She should take them hostage and bring themselves to a safe. Getting to the point, lying on the ground, using the weapon cartridge as a base and holding it on the ground when shooting on the ground. They should stop, but as the car did not work, it would have been able to shoot tires, or hit its occupants. The lack of one of her hands made it difficult to work, but she able to driving. The car was finally found. A jeep without a roof, with 2 women and 2 men riding it. Driving was one of the women, ready to be shot. She heard the sound of her peacefulness. From the 2 buildings to the other side, one of the birds emerged. He stopped right in the middle of the street in the air. The bomber was equipped with missiles and machine guns, which could have caused a lot of damage. The mind would come to mind. If it destroyed the bird, it would have been very easy for them to fare with them. They owe their sight to him. Used from normal storage and got up from place. The bird did not notice his move. All the attention was to the car. The car's occupants noticed the presence of the robot in the air. A moment later, the brake sounded sharp and the car rolled up. The bird moved at their full speed and started firing. Katrina ran behind her beside the buildings. She used all her remaining strength and precision and targeted the bird's equilibrium wings.